Hi guys, and happy weekend and happy soon to be Aquarius season. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not an Aquarius, but I always get so excited when Aquarius season begin because even though it's a sign that really feels like a water sign, we're talking about air, so we're talking about ebb and flow, we're talking about movement, we're talking about that constant momentum, right? And it basically, when we see Aquarius, it's just pretty much all about the ebb and flow. We know that Aquarius, they're good for, it's almost like the season of the underdogs, the season of the black sheep, the season of us eclectic people, right? So what we're doing today is we are taking a look at the energy for January 20th to the 26th, and the deck that we're using today is called the Journey to the Hidden Realm. So it is an older deck. It's not one that I tend to use a lot on Instagram or Facebook, but I do use this deck a lot in personal readings as well as readings for myself. Now in Hair Talk today, let's talk a little bit about hair. Last week I gave everybody a pep talk. A lot of people were like, why you didn't talk about hair? There's not much to talk about. My hair is extremely dirty. I have not washed my hair with pride since Tuesday, I believe. My undercut is starting to grow, so those of you that were asking about my grays, they are all there. There's a lot of grays too. And of course we see my gray coming out on the top. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to reshave the bottom and leave the top how it is and wash it because it needs to be washed. And basically that's pretty much it. I'm actually enjoying it. I haven't put it curly yet, which I will plan on doing when this crazy snowstorm slash ice storm is over, because I am really curious about how it looks, it being curly. So what we're going to do now is we are going to take out some cards and we're going to look at the energy for next week. So basically focusing on what it's going to feel like, what to expect, what we can work on. So let's go ahead. I went ahead and got 5 cards. So we're going to start with the 5 of Pentacles. So we see the energy that we've been feeling lately of worrying about things, especially if you're sensitive and you are kind of soaking up the energy around you. Now, a lot of people are acting to this oversensitivity. We're dealing with people maybe not being so nice, and we're also dealing with soaking up a lot of energy. So when we see this card, the message is to make sure that next week from the 20th to the 26th, you are taking time for yourself, meaning cleanse your energy with selenite, sage your home, burn some rosemary, burn some anise, right? Kind of bring the balance back. This is the card that says, you know, we're going through hardships, but it's up to us to lift our vibration. Now, working on shielding is very, very important because we're overly sensitive. So if I'm not shielding my energy, I could actually let someone else completely drain me. So next week, make sure you check in with yourself here and there and say, is there something that you need? Do I need rest? Do I need to slow down? Right? So then we continue seeing the next card that we have. In this case, we have the 9 of Swords. So as you can see, these two kind of go together. Now, what I'm sensing here is with the 9 of Swords showing up in reverse, there's going to be something lifting here. Now, the worry is not going to suddenly stop, but what we're seeing here is almost like you're going to be feeling, I can work through this, right? So we're going to be going through it, but at the same time, we're going to be feeling this fire of hope within, right? So this is also paying close attention to your mind. Are you worried about things that are happening to you right now? Or are you going down the lane that's saying, well, this could happen. What if, right? So meditation is definitely needed for next week. Let's say you tell me I don't meditate, I don't know how to meditate. Make it work for you. Meditation could be you chanting, you playing your drum, sitting in silence, staring at a candle, as well as dancing and singing and just letting go, being free. Meditation is whatever you make out of it. Now, the next one that we have is the Magician. The Magician came in reverse next to the King of Cups in reverse. So what I'm feeling with this is that you know for a fact, deep within you, that you have what it takes right? And you know that everything is transient, everything will continue moving, but there is some kind of self-doubt that is getting in the way, that it's almost acting like a blockage. So what we're seeing here is reminding yourself you have the power. How do I have the power? Because I control how I react to my surroundings. So you may be dealing with someone or a situation that's literally draining you, that you feel like you're stuck. Just retract, step back, tell the person, if it's somebody, give me some time, give me space, or just, you don't have to force yourself to answer, right? So what we see here is taking time for you, because we have to put these back in the right side up. So seeing the Magician in reverse is that you are not believing in yourself fully. You know you have what it takes. This doesn't mean that I'm like, no, I don't. This means that I'm in the position that I know what to do, but I am in my overthinking anxiety mode, so I cannot see clear. So seeing this is working with focus, is working with your breath, it's bringing yourself back to center. Then the next one that we're seeing is the Nine of Pentacles. So we see how the energy begins to lift up a little bit at the end of the week. The Nine of Pentacles is a card that says slow down and enjoy the pretty things. See how she's holding that bird, and she is just fully in the moment. So you see how it's going to continue to be that kind of week that is still going to be testing us. We're still going to be feeling a lot of things, but it's almost a week that's reminding us that even though we're going through this, there's a fire within that says, I'm going to make it through this, right? So taking a look a little bit at the energy for next week, we got that new moon that's happening on Friday, January 24th. Now, we know that every new moon is the darkest and calmest point of the lunar cycle and has all the right stuff for making any type of new beginning. Now, January's new moon with a double sun moon blast of Aquarian energy makes this week the best time of the year for breaking with the old and inventing the new, right? So basically pay close attention, because today is Friday, and today we are setting up 2 new candles in the shop. We have the Aquarius season candle, which is called Be the Change, which is for all of those rebels, those black sheeps, as a reminder to be empowered. And then we're gonna also post the candle that we're making outside an open fire on this new moon. And I'm glad to inform that my mom actually lands here tomorrow, so we will be working on some blends together. And yes, she was in Puerto Rico, and many of you know that, and I begged her and I asked and she did not want to leave until she finally agreed. I kind of blackmailed her with the grandkids, but it worked. So she will be landing here tomorrow, which I'm so relieved, because she does live in the southern portion, so every 30 minutes they're shaking, and her house is actually in stilts, so it's pretty scary. So to have her here with me, I can breathe a little bit better, even though I have more family over there as well as friends. But yes, so just remember, we begin Aquarius season, so it is our season of the underdogs, right? Of the black sheeps, of the eclectic, to really be the change, right? So I hope that everybody here has an amazing week. If you want to schedule your reading, which many of you asked me if I do readings, yes, I've been doing readings for 24 years, I believe. And my shop is www.lightwitchtarotshop.com. So you could schedule your reading there. They're all on sale for $35, and all readings are done like this through video, except I lower the camera so you can see your cards coming down, and it's a video that you can keep and watch at any time. And then of course I do have the ritual candles and workshops and all this fun stuff, so make sure you head on there and check what we have to offer. It's been a one-woman shop for 24 years. Of course, I have the amazing help of my warlock, which is Brad, which he takes care of all of the internet stuff. And then of course I have my crystal dude, which is my husband, who takes care of the crystal aspects of things, shipping, replying, so it's amazing how far we've come in 2 decades. So I will see everybody again next weekend. Lots of love and light to you all, and blessed be. Bye-bye.